Hello friends, my name is Yogesh Bali. I am a software developer in SafeNet Infotech Private Limited. In this tutorial, we will learn these things: that what is Apache Tomcat server, how to get this Apache Tomcat server on your machine, how to configure this Apache Tomcat server and make it run on your machine, and a sample demo example we will develop, which will be hosted on this Tomcat so that you will be able to run and configure deploy your applications. So let's begin it quickly. First of all, you need the Apache Tomcat. What is Apache Tomcat server basically? Apache Tomcat server is an open source web server, actually a container on which you will deploy your Java enterprise applications, J2EE applications. So for making your web-based applications in Java, you will use this Apache Tomcat server. So how to get this server on your machine? You just need to Google Apache Tomcat. What I am using is Apache Tomcat 7. The latest version of Apache Tomcat 7 is 7.057. You need to just download the zip file of this from this link. Say if you are using a 32-bit machine, you will use this 32-bit zip file, and if you are using a 64-bit machine, you will download this 64-bit Windows zip file. I already had downloaded this zip file and extracted it over here. Now let us start configuring this Apache Tomcat. I want to tell you that Apache Tomcat 7, since it is used for hosting your Java based web application, so it obviously requires a JVM or a JRE. So you need to have a JRE on your machine on which you are configuring this Apache Tomcat. I already had JRE 7 on my machine, and what we need to do to configure this is just make one environment variable which will be pointing to this path. So let's make it. I will go to this my computers, then I will select this advanced settings, go to this environment variable. I will create one Catalina underscore home environment variable which will be used by this Tomcat. Paste the path, click the OK button. That's it. And to run this Tomcat, I need to go to this bin folder and execute this startup.bat file with permission as administrator. Since this is Windows 7 OS which has basic policies, I need to run this with the admin rights. The server is getting started and the firewall is saying me one alert. I will say this, yes, allow access. Now since Tomcat is configured, to check whether Tomcat is running fine or not, I need to first check on which port the Tomcat is running. When the server gets started, it will show this message that it is started in 3363 milliseconds. And if you can read over here the protocol handler line, this line, it is saying starting protocol handler HTTP bio 8080. What it means is my Apache Tomcat is running on HTTP protocol on port 8080. So if I type over here on my browser that HTTP /localhost colon 8080, what it will bring to me is the welcome page of Apache Tomcat. If this page is appearing on your web browser after configuring the Catalina home environment variable, it means your Tomcat is up and Tomcat is running fine. Now I will show you one example of, first of all I will let you know what these all folders are. The bin folder over here, it contains the file that Tomcat used to execute itself, like Catalina.bat file other files which are required. See, this is the exe tomcat 7w.exe that if I execute it, uh, it is used, by the way, to uh, configure your Tomcat as a service and modify the Tomcat settings on that installed service of Tomcat. I will show you later how to install Tomcat as a service in my next tutorial. So these bin files are used by Tomcat. These are the libraries that Tomcat uses to execute itself. These are the log files. If something like you are watching page 404, resource not found on your web browser even after installing Tomcat successfully, or even after deploying some application on your Tomcat, you need to look to these log files. It will most probably, this localhost log file or this Catalina log file will bring you the appropriate message that what is failing, due to which the Tomcat is not able to start. This web apps folder is the folder where whatever file you put will get hosted on Tomcat. Say if I create over here, if my I will create over here a new folder, right? And I will create over here one HTML file. Say I am creating this HTML file name welcome.html, and in this HTML file what I will do is this editor, this is the editor. Okay, what I will do over here is I will just let me put this down. What I will do is in this HTML file is I will just create one small HTML program of saying hello, welcome page. Let's make this this. I will close this tag and close this head tag, and I will move to the body part of the HTML. And in this body part, with the heading, which will be bold font, which will be used by this h1 tag, I will put some heading like welcome to my test app page. And what I will do is I will close this body like this. And once I save this file, I want this file to be available on my web browser on Tomcat. So if on the URL, if I write something like this, oh, my that HTML file which I placed it on the web apps folder is deployed on this Tomcat successfully, and it is showing me this message. So this is how you deploy your Java based web applications or static HTML web applications, by putting them on this web apps folder and accesses and using them using the URL, which is the file name. Thank you.